Professor B on the function of the central bank in the mature finance capitalist system. In its pristine form, a central bank is a private monopoly of a nation's money and credit issuance supported by the coercive power of the state. That the central bank be directly in our hands is vital until our new order is firmly established throughout the governmental, business, intellectual, and political spheres of society. After our order is consolidated, formal nationalizations of the central bank with great fanfare is usually advisable in order to dispel any lingering suspicion that it is operated for private gain. Of course, only loyal agents of the dynasty are allowed to obtain high offices in the bank, and our power maximum remains intact. Obviously, private monopolies are always the targets of sharp reformist agitators. Only the most paranoid, however, can see through the public facade to the private monopoly of the nationalized or quasi-nationalized central bank. The central bank is the primary monopoly on which our monopoly power depends. The occult power of the central bank to create money out of nothing is the fountain head that fuels our far-flung financial and political empire. I will make a quick survey of a few of the ways the secret money power is brought to bear. Basically, the power of our central bank flows from its control over the points of entry into the economy of new inflationary money which it creates out of thin air. Ordinarily, bills of exchange, acceptances, private bonds, governmental bonds, and other credit instruments are purchased by the central bank through specifically privileged dealers in order to put the new money, often only check accounting entries, into circulation. The dealers are allowed a charge profit since they are fronts operated by our agents. Our purchase of government securities pleases the government, as our purchase of private debt pleases private debtors. As a quid pro quo to assure good management, our agents are given directorship, managerial posts, and offices in the corporations and governments so benefited. As the addiction to the narcotic of inflationary easy credit grows and grows, we demand more and more control of our dependent entourage of governments and corporations. When we finally end the easy credit to combat inflation, the enterprises in government either fall directly into our hands, bankrupt, or are rescued at the price of total control. Also, we ruling bankers control the flow of money in the economy through the wide authority of the central bank to license, audit, and regulate private banks. Banks that loan to interests outside the loyal entourage are audited by the central bank and found to be dangerously overextended. Just a hint of insolvency from the respected central bank authorities is enough to cause a run on a disobedient bank, or at least dry up its vital lines of credit. Soon the banking establishment learns to follow the hints and nods of your father's agents at the central bank automatically. Further, the periodic cycles of easy money and tight money that we initiate through our control of the central bank cause corresponding fluctuations in all markets. Our inner circle knows in advance the timing of these cycles, and therefore reap windfall profits by speculating in commodity, stock, currency, gold, and bond markets. Monopolistic stock and commodity exchanges are a vital adjunct to our power made possible by our central bank power. We do not allow a fair auction market to exist, but make a great show of tough government regulations to create a false sense of confidence among small investors. With the aid of our regulatory charade and financial power, we are able to maintain exchanges tailored to our entourage's need to manipulate stock prices at the expense of independent investors. Our privileged specialists on the floor of the exchanges, aided by the propaganda of our financial press and brokerage houses, continually play on naivety and greed to drain the savings of the unwary into our coffers. The stock, commodities, and securities held in trading accounts by the exchange and brokerage houses provided us with a clout far beyond our own actual holdings, with which we can manipulate prices and win proxy fights for corporate takeovers. Little danger to our lucrative racket exists from public spirited regulation. Our manipulations are so complex that only the most brilliant experts could comprehend them. To most economists, our exchange operations appear to be helpful efforts to stabilize the market. We ruling bankers, if able to keep peace among ourselves, become richer and richer as time passes without the annoyance of exerting productive efforts of benefits to others. The next speaker, Professor G, will discuss the secrets of social legislation and policy that do so much to cement our power.